everybody. Welcome. I always laugh because we've been chatting here in the sanctuary, but we're glad that you've joined us. And I'm inviting everyone to stand if you're able, and we'll sing.
Well, good morning, everybody. Take a minute to greet some of those beautiful faces out there this morning. Well, good morning. Hey, we have an amazing kids program here at the center. And we also have now a nursery for all the little ones, 0 to 4 years old, in our office. And so if you need help, if you got a little one who wants to go spend their time there, you can see an usher in the back. But otherwise, if you're a kiddo here, ages like 5 to, 12? 5 to 12. Will you come up and join our teacher here up on stage? Teachers, they get to go and have an outdoor class. I at least know that my kiddo's here today, so we're gonna got a couple. They get to spend their time outside during our service. It's really, really an amazing program. So we're gonna sing them out into their outdoor classroom. Sing with us, please. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Good. I'm Michael Tatlock. I'm practitioner of the day. I'm assisted by Heidi and, of course, the fabulous Wanda. So if you all just want to take a moment, take a nice deep breath, sort of settle in, and feel that chair that's underneath you. That's the kind of support you always have readily available to you. It's really wonderful. And just know that there's one power, one presence, one creative flow that touches each and everything and everyone with love and beauty and happiness and joy. And from that creative flow, the wave carries us higher and higher and lifts us greater to opening ourselves to bringing in more joy and laughter and beauty and love into ourselves, that we become energized with this universal energy that's flowing at all times and is readily available to all of us. And I know that this is totally good. So today, as we hear from Dr. Andrea and from the band, listen to your heart and let yourselves be lifted. And all I have to say is, and so it is.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Spirit dwells in me now and evermore. Still waters, oh my soul, still these waters, so I may know. Still waters, let me be pure reflection of love, healing peace. Still waters, quiet my mind. Still these waters, so I may find. Still waters, reminding me I am love, I am light, healing peace. Still waters, oh my soul, still these waters, so I may know. Still waters, let me be pure reflection of love, healing peace. Still waters, quiet my mind. Still these waters, so I may find. Still waters, reminding me I am love, I am light, healing peace. Still waters, oh my soul, still these waters, so I may know. Still waters, let me be pure reflection of love, healing peace. Still waters, quiet my mind. Still these waters, so I may find. Still waters, reminding me I am love, I am light, healing peace. I am love, I am light, healing peace.
Yeah. Thank you. Always wonderful. So welcome, especially if you're joining us for the first time. We want to make sure that you know that we love having you here, and we hope you love being here. My name is Andrea, and I'm one of the co-ministers of our center. And we have been working with a yearly theme, Your Soul's Compass, and every month a different theme underneath that. So this month is Pilgrimage to the Mystery. And my topic today is Juice and Joy, and it's based on a poem by a Victorian poet named Gerald Manley. And his poem has this experience of juice and joy in it. The poem is Victorian, so you'll be happy to know I'm not going to read it to you. And if you know his poetry, you'll know why. He's an incredible poet, but very, very rhythmic. So the quote that I've been using is from The Art of Pilgrimage by Phil Cousineau. And Phil says, when he's a student of the ancients, right? So what the ancients called soul loss, today is called loss of meaning or purpose. And there's a void in our lives when this happens where there should be juice and joy. And so I wanted to speak to this because the pilgrimage to the mystery for me means the spiritual path that takes us from realm to realm as we walk it. And meaning that, we start, and some of us, I was telling my friend Alexa last night that my spiritual path started when I was 7. And I know that's kind of rare, but it's just I think I came into this life to be a minister for a while. So from there, it just sort of evolved and evolved and evolved. And that's what I mean. And I think all of us who are interested in spiritual matters find that the more we're interested, the more is revealed in us, the more we're awakened to seeing the world in a spiritual frame. And what I wanted to talk about today was those places in life, whether you're on a spiritual path or not, where for whatever reason you lose your sense of meaning or purpose. And it happens to everyone. At least that's my assumption. So can I see a show of hands? How many of you have had that happen once or more in your life? Almost everybody. And it took me a while to realize that it wasn't just me. So aren't you relieved now to know that you have a whole room and people online going, yeah, I've had lots of meaning, I've had lots of purpose. And the thing about that is that my experience of our culture is that our culture is really not particularly great or helpful when that happens to a person. When that happened to me, there were a lot of kind people saying things like, push through, and if you've been in that place, you may have experienced what I was experiencing, which was like, there's no push. There's no push. I don't have anything to push with. It's not there, And this happens to people who experience anxiety or depression. Sometimes it happens worldwide. And now with climate change being on the top of many people's minds, there's a sense of, well, what can I do? Nothing I do matters. And so there's a loss of energy that happens when we begin to feel that. So I wanted to speak a little bit about my understanding of what we can do when that happens, because it's usually more than once in a lifetime that happens, right? And so I was thinking a lot about the quote from the Tao Te Ching in chapter 15. It's an incredible chapter that was written long, long ago, but this is the part that I was remembering. Do you have the patience to wait until your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving until the right action arises by itself? And this is where our culture is super, super bad. It's like we want it. Go, come on, let's go. It's a very speedy culture that we live in. And so learning to wait, for many of us, happens in kindergarten when we have to stand in line for the first time in our lives. And the kindergarten teacher is saying, no, you need to just stand in line and hold the person in front of you and the person in back of you. Just stay. It's called basic German Shepherd. Stay, stay. And it's a training to wait. But more and more and more, waiting is not what our culture is doing. It's pushing through and going forward. And without that break, and that break, it turns out, is actually very, very important to us. Because in many spiritual traditions, and certainly in the tradition of the science of mind, which our center is part of, we understand that there is an indwelling presence, a power and energy that is spirit, whatever you want to call it, and that it's available to everyone and is in and through all things. And this indwelling spirit is, in our view, deeply wise and powerfully love. And so these energies of wisdom and love resident within us are just waiting. It's waiting for us to turn inward and begin to tap in to that wisdom and love. And so, the waiting part is a turning from the outer world to the inner world sometimes. And what happens is, instead of allowing ourselves to be pushed by pain or pushed by uncertainty, we begin to be pulled from the inside out by vision, by awareness. One of my favorite poets is Oriah Mountain Dreamer, and she wrote a poem called The Call. And in there, she's speaking about how so often we don't allow ourselves the time to be pulled by vision. And her line is, you are wearing yourself out with all this searching. Hold tenderly who you are, and let a deeper knowing color the shape of your humanness. And it's what the spiritual path is really meant to do, is to allow us to hold ourselves in a different way, a deeper way, so that the wisdom can arise within us and guide us. I mean, it's like an internal guiding system. That's why the topic for the year is your soul's compass. There's a knowing specific to you about how you can offer the gift of yourself into the world. But if we don't listen, or we don't tap into it, or we don't have the time to stop, sometimes we don't get the guidance. And so, I was thinking a lot about this understanding of being pushed by uncertainty or pulled by inner awareness. And I was thinking a lot about how, for me, the universe is a pull system. But it took me years to know that and to actually live from that place more, because my family of origin was shoulder to the wheel, nose to the grindstone, keep working, And so it was always push, 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 push. And if you were not pushing, there was something wrong with you. So I would get home from school and literally there would be chores waiting. Anybody else? As if school wasn't a chore. Somehow we were just delightfully sitting in seats and coloring or something. And so there was an energy in my family of go, go, go. And I don't know about you, but a lot of families are like this. And so it took me a long time on the spiritual path to kind of go, oh, wait. What they're actually saying is stop. Stop. Listen. Listen to the inner guidance that's there, and don't necessarily allow yourself to move or go until you are pulled. Because at that moment, the universe is behind you pushing, instead of you using energy, me using my ego to push through. So I was thinking about all that, and I was thinking about, well, how do we wait then? Because it's a skill set. Kindergarten was basic level. On the spiritual path, there's a deeper waiting that's called for sometimes. And particularly when there's a loss of meaning or purpose, we don't like to wait. I don't know if you remember when you had that, but I had one during COVID when I lost everybody that I loved in this congregation, and I was at home doing live stream only and just devastated, devastated by all of it. And I didn't want to sit with that. It was too painful. It was too awful. It was too hard. It was like, oh, everything's hard enough. I don't want to sit in this. What can I do instead? So I decided I would learn to make sourdough bread badly with about 2 billion other people. And I realized, oh, this is what happens when hard stuff happens and we actually would benefit from waiting, is it's so uncomfortable that we don't want to sit in it. So here's what the spiritual folks say about that. This is, in a nutshell, what everyone says, doesn't matter their tradition. Good. It's so good that you see that you're uncomfortable. It's so good that you're feeling uncomfortable. That's so good, which of course is counterintuitive and really awful, right? It just adds to the whole thing. But then they go on and say it's good because there's now a place for you to really pay attention. Why is it uncomfortable? What is it about this? Allow this to be a light shining inwardly to help you understand that there's places in here that can use some light, can use some understanding. Maybe it's uncomfortable because fill in the blank, right? For me, it was very uncomfortable because I'm mostly extroverted. And I had my dog and Joe for months and months and months and months. And then there was the Zoom phenomena, which seemed like it would really help. And I think it did a little. But I don't know about you, but Zoom isn't the same as like being with someone, Because for one thing, everybody's looking at themselves. And so you're watching them and they're like, or there's the filter. I was hearing about a new filter I didn't know about where you can enhance. So Mark's wife, Alexa, was talking about a friend who had enhanced and made like big lipstick and better eyebrows. But as soon as she turned her head, the lips and the eyebrows stayed. So there's a little weirdness with the Zoom world, saying it's not quite the same. So waiting is good from a spiritual perspective because it shines a light into the places that either need healing or up-leveling so that we can sit with the discomfort. Pema Chodron's a master at talking about this. If you haven't read any of her books, look for one in the used book sale today or go online. She even has a book called Comfortable with the Uncomfortable because it's a practice, and the practice is actually waiting. Do you have the patience to wait until your mud settles? Can you sit with that long enough for the clarity to arise? And so that's the practice, in a nutshell, is patience. My least favorite word, spiritually. I like words like enlightenment, illumination, inner peace, not patience, right? And yet that's a practice. And so there's multiple stories about this. I'll tell you one that's an old favorite of Jack Kornfield's. He is a Theravada meditation teacher, and he has a beautiful center where he teaches people how to be patient, how to sit, how to wait till the mud settles. And so this man had been attending a 10-day meditation retreat. And he came, and he was a very busy executive person. And so the first couple of days were just awful for him because you do a lot of patient sitting and waiting and watching your mind go crazy. But it settles. I don't know if you've been to a 10-day retreat, but your mind begins to settle, your body begins to calm, things begin to the mud begins to settle. And so this man had gotten, by the 10th day, had gotten into this place of really great understanding. And so he was driving home and he realized he needed to stop at a grocery store because there were no groceries in his house. So he went into this grocery store and he only had a few items. So he went to the express lane and there's a woman in front of him with a baby. And she's chatting away with the cashier, and the cashier is oohing and awing about the baby and tickling the baby, and they're just having this grand old time, and the express lane is stacking up, and this guy, all of a sudden, the mud is beginning to be stirred, and he's like getting angry. He's getting upset because, this is an express lane. And so all of a sudden he caught himself, and he went, wait, there's nothing to be upset about here. I'm going home. There's no rush. So he took himself back to his breath. Finally, the lady with the baby left, and he was in a state of calm again, and he put his groceries on the little conveyor belt and went up to the place where we were talking to the cashier, and he said, well, that sure was a cute baby. And she said, she lit up, and she goes, do you think so? That's my baby. My husband died a few years ago, and I took this job. And so my mother watches my baby all day while I'm here, and she brings him in once a day so he can see me and I can see him. Oh. And how often is it like that? Probably more than we know. So waiting, patience, practice is great. I have this little bug that came in with the Mind, Body, Spirit Fair. In the science of mind, this is called waiting for your awakened mind to light up. Because in the awakened mind, all things are possible. Everything that needs to be done or thought or said becomes available, and opportunity knocks. So I was thinking about this waiting process and how it opens us if we can allow ourselves to wait. And I was thinking of my friend Denise, who goes here. And Denise is an artist, and her husband was an artist. He passed recently. And I think they have like 54 grandchildren and great-grandchildren, or some huge amount. And in their house, if you go in their house, they have all these little tiny secret rooms that they built into the drywall in different places in their house, and have a two-story house. And in each of these little secret rooms, there's a scene that they've created with found objects and little dolls and all kinds of stuff. Sometimes there's a backdrop that Denise painted. And, there's a door, and you open it, and you see into this tiny secret room. And I was thinking about that today because, first of all, it's totally cool. And I wish I'd thought of that when my kids were little. And second of all, I was thinking, well, that's what it's like when we have the patience to settle. It's all of a sudden, it's like a door opens, and we see into this secret place that's always been there waiting for us. And a whole new understanding becomes available. And so I think what I'm inviting us all to do is to think about opening to that secret room by turning within and settling ourselves and allowing the universe to pull us into our next experience whenever we have a loss of meaning. Why is that important? In a pilgrimage to the mystery, we need energy to keep walking that path. And the juice and joy of life, when we've lost our meaning, seem to have been misplaced. But the more we can settle and then open, things begin to be revealed that bring the energy back, that awaken us to the small joys at first, because we're in the state. And so first it might be all of a sudden you become aware of the robins are back, or you hear a squirrel chirping in a tree, or you see a buck that's destroying your garden, walk across your garden. And there's joy in that, right? And so all of a sudden, your inner awareness opens you to the outer world, and joy is available once again. And the more we pick up the joys as they're presented, the more energy begins to come our way, the more juice becomes available, and the more we're able to then feel meaning once again and walk forward. And that's why it's important to really, if you ever get in that state again, to wait. Maybe there's a real difficult relationship that you're trying to navigate and it just feels hopeless. Maybe there's a relationship at work that just feels stuck. Maybe it's just something inside you that for whatever reason has gotten very sad. These are the times when patience as a practice and opening the secret door to joy can help. I'll end with a Rumi quote and a prayer. So Rumi says, "Keep knocking, and the joy inside will sooner or later open a window and look out." So I'll do a prayer for joy for all of us. So please join me in this understanding that there is only one energy, one power, one love, one spirit, dwelling within all things and within all sacred humans. It hasn't gone anywhere. It is fully 100% available. And so I accept for myself and know for you that there is an incredible presence just waiting for the inner gaze, for the settling in, for the listening ear, for the door in the secret heart of all that is to be opened. And in my life, I now commit to practicing patience and the skill set of waiting when I need to have an answer to a situation, when I need to find love when love has abandoned me, seemingly. As I commit to this inner realm of wisdom and love expressing and seeing it by waiting, my life is transformed, and steadily joy becomes my way. Everything begins to be delightful. Even the difficult things have an energy to them that can help me understand, have compassion, offer loving kindness. And the little things in life that I used to not even pay attention to become rich with joy, And so I am lifted, energized, empowered, and so grateful. As I speak these words, this prayer becomes active for me. And if you would like this prayer active in your life, simply say yes and join me in saying, "And so it is." Thank you. Thank you. We're going to invite the ushers to come forward for an offering. Many of you give offerings through our PayPal account, our donate buttons. But if you're here today and would like to make a donation, we deeply appreciate that. We don't get money from anywhere but all of this community supporting what's happening here. Thank you ahead of time.
Joy, joy, I still got joy. Joy, joy, I still got joy. Joy, joy, I still got joy. After all I've been through, I still got joy. Faith, faith, I still got faith. Faith, faith, I still got faith. Faith, faith, I still got faith. After all I've been through, I still got faith. And love, 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 I still got love.
So a few announcements for you. I mentioned that there's a used book sale in the classroom. There's also coffee in the classroom, and we invite you to stay afterward and socialize if that's good for you. And before our live stream began, I thanked some of the volunteers, but I want to make a special thank you to everyone who may be listening on live stream because you're too tired to come. I get it. And everyone here who helped in anyway. Thank you so much. It was a deeply successful fair. Just wonderful. Yeah, yay! My favorite part of the fair is watching all of the healers who are offering different things that are healing for the mind, body, and spirit radiate their gift by talking to the people that came. Just, you could look over and see Tracy and Tom just shining, with joy at being able to share what they know. And every single vendor that I was watching had that experience. It was just delightful, and that's why we do it, is to support people in the gift that they're bringing into the world. So it's great. Next Sunday, July 30th, we are having a really interesting opportunity for you if you'd like to come. After the service at noon, we're going to go to our Victory Garden, which is back behind the office, and learn about medicinal plants and also plant some of them. So there's an opportunity to learn from someone who's a master gardener about different plants that can be of assistance to your first aid kit. And then you can help plant them so that the Victory Garden has that available as well. So that's at noon, and we hope you'll come create that demonstration garden with us. One of our practitioners, Francine Kitchen, was reading a book called Two Dogs and a Parrot by a very famous spiritual person named Joan Chichester. And she was so inspired by Joan and her work with spiritually healing animals that she wants to start an animal ministry. So she's offering a 3-week book study of Joan's book, Two Dogs and a Parrot, and the opportunity to have a discussion about how we can be with our animals and really bring the sacred from them and to them. And if you're an animal lover like I am, this is a real opportunity. So it's going to be in the classroom, which is where the book sale is right now, on 3 Tuesday evenings from 6 to 7:30. And the ending will be, part of it will be outside with your pet, if you want to bring them, and there'll be a pet blessing. So if you'd like to come, you can sign up at the Ask Me desk, which is also in our classroom, or call the office and we'll get you signed up for that class. Really lovely offering. Joe and I don't know if you saw Joe with the hat, but Joe and I are taking a group of people on a spiritual tour to Ireland. Yeah, and it's an incredible trip. And it's more than half full, and I just wanted to let you know in case you hadn't heard about it. It's really not a sightseeing trip, although there's opportunities to go do that. Most of the trip, we land in Dublin and then go to the west of Ireland, where some of the sacred sites are along that coastline, and out on Ennismore. We'll be staying on Ennismore, one of the sacred islands. And this is happening next year, May 4th through the 13th. And because it's over half full, I wanted to let you know, sign-up is happening right now, and if you have questions about it, I'm staying after the service for a while. You can ask me, and I can share with you how to find out about the tour. It's not cheap. Travel these days is not cheap. And what I like about spirit tours as a group is we're a small group. There's a maximum of 24 people, and that includes me and Joe. And we stay in really nice hotels or inns or bed and breakfasts, which after walking around sacred sites and things like that, it's so nice to have a comfortable bed. So it's not a hostile experience, which makes it a little more expensive. But we'd love you to come. And I have a feeling that the trip will fill before the summer's out. So I wanted to let you know about that. And let's see if there's anything else. There is one thing that I wanted to highlight. Our rogue rabbi, who's a practitioner here, Kalish Leviel, once a month on the fourth Monday of the month, offers a Zoom Conversations in Consciousness, an opportunity for an hour to just talk about a topic spiritually, to have spiritual conversation. And this Monday at 7, the topic is going to be optimism. And it reminded me of something that I recently heard. Someone accused a politician of they must be taking, what was it? Hopium. And the politician adopted it as his slogan. Yeah, I take hopium. So if you're interested in a conversation about that, join Kalish, and you can talk to her after the service if you'd like, or go on our website and you'll find out how to connect with that Zoom group. All right. Oh, Kat, thank you. I wrote it down and then forgot. So this is Kat. They are one of our advisors, and Severin is our other teen advisor for our group of 13 to 18-year-olds. And 2 weeks ago, they went for a week to summer camp with the teens. And so I think they look fabulous for that experience, and they wanted to tell you a little bit about the teen camp experience in case you have teenagers in your life who would like to join our teen group and maybe do the camp experience at some point.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kat. My pronouns are they, them, and I am advisor for our CSL teen program and also for our teen Discord program. The four of us, myself, Severin, Faithana, and Jason, did go to camp. We got back last Saturday evening, and it was intense, as all camp experiences are, but in a good way. It's a time where we take all these teenagers, and we had over 100 of them, and we do workshops, we do singing, we do bonding exercises, and we offer them a loving, caring support area where they can be themselves and discover their inner truth and express it and give them the tools that they need to navigate their lives, because we know that teens in this day and age are going through a lot of stuff and they don't always share it with us, just like we didn't share it with our parents back in the day. So we offer them a place where they can express what they're going through, listen to other teens experiencing similar things, and learn tools to navigate their lives and to take those tools going forward. And we share those tools with them and also with each other. Us advisors learn a lot as well. And this is my third camp, my second summer camp, going with these teens, and it is an amazing experience. And to watch those teens like light up from the beginning of camp when everybody's just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, to the end of camp where everybody's like, oh, I love you, it's so great, I love it, I don't want to go home. It's just, that whole growth arc is amazing to watch, and to watch them take it forward, and then to see them on a weekly basis on Discord, sharing and talking and being present with each other and supporting each other through things is amazing as well. And so our youth program does meet with the Discord on Sundays. We'll be meeting today at 12 o'clock. And the age is 13 to 18. And we welcome anybody, even if they don't come here physically in person, they can still join the Discord. So if you know anybody in your life that is that age and wants to join our crew, we welcome them all to come and join us, and you can talk to us about how to do that. Severin, would you like to share anything about camp?
Yes. I just wanted to add that I was extremely impressed with the way that everyone who goes there to the camp ends up, there always a little bit of hesitation before you go, because it's like, what's this camp going to be like? And then all the advisors, even the person that runs the camp tells a story about how they were like, okay, I'm going to go and do this thing, and then you're going to stop asking me about it when I don't enjoy it, and leave me alone. And every single person that goes to it, from what I can see, is blown away and so impressed and moved by the experience.
So join us for, send your teens to join us. And we have our slogan for this year. Can you reverse for me? Keep dreaming forward. So for all of you, keep dreaming forward. And for all of those kids out there, keep dreaming forward.
So in case you don't know, Discord is a platform, and your teen knows all about it. Some of them
media
like it, some of them don't, but this is where you can find our group at noon. And you are welcome to talk to Severin or Kat after the service, and they'll give you the information. So you can force your teen to fall in love with themselves. Why don't we stand and we'll sing our way out of here.
For the sun that warms this body, for the earth that we call home, for the love that knows no boundary, I am thankful. For the trees that line the mountains, for the sea and life it holds, for the source of inspiration, I am thankful. All right, let's sing this out. Love, light, life, fill me up, clap, clap, clap. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up, clap, clap, clap. One infinite, divine, that is and never was. I am thankful. I am thankful. So I got something to teach y'all. So some of you might, it's been a while since we done this song. So when we say love, light, life, fill me up, we go clap, clap, clap. Will you help out with this, Andrea? You're such a good clapper. Ready? Here we do. Let's do that chorus again. Love, light, life, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite, divine, that is and never was. I am thankful. I am thankful for abundance and growing, for the mystery unfolding, for each and every being, sacred truth we are knowing, for kindness and compassion and the courage to take action, for the law of attraction and the freedom to create. Love, light, life, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite, divine, that is and never was. I am thankful. I am thankful. Love and light, love, light, life, fill me up. Peace, power, beauty, joy, fill me up. For the one infinite, divine, that is and never was. I am thankful. I am thankful for the sun that warms this body, for the earth that we call home, for the love that knows no boundary. I am thankful. And so thankful for this time we spent today. Let's see you again soon, all right?